Hey everybody, I'm Tracy Metro and welcome to the market. Joining me here in the market as always is the market man himself, Mike Adams, from the market in Maryville. Mike, always good to talk to you. And today we have Curtis MacArthur from Sweetwater Brew. Hi guys.
Hey guys, how's it doing?
Okay, Sweetwater Brew. I love all the names of all the beers that are out there. That's the first thing I want to ask. How'd you come up with Sweetwater Brew?
Well, Sweetwater, people actually, at least here in Tennessee, there's a common misconception. The name Sweetwater is actually from the Sweetwater Creek, which runs through the Atlanta area in Georgia. So that's where our founders came up with the name. The names of our brews, we do have a very eclectic mix of names. We're lucky enough to be such a small brewery that we really take suggestions and advice from our employees, like myself and others, to come up with those names. So it's really the brainchild from employees. Sorry, go ahead.
I would like to suggest name of the brew.
Of course.
Tracy Metro Ale. I'm just saying.
I'll pass that along. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, please do. Where are you guys located?
As far as the brewery, we're located in Atlanta, Georgia. Our distribution footprint is in 6 states. We're just in the southeast. So Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, obviously, Alabama, and then the northern panhandle area of Florida, there into Jacksonville.
So you're expanding, and obviously Mike is lucky enough to carry you in the market. Mike, I'm curious, what's the reaction to Sweetwater?
People really like it. Actually, one of my good friends, we did a private beer tasting at a doctor's house last Friday, and one of the beers that we featured at that beer tasting was the Sweetwater Blue, which is a blueberry flavored beer, and it's a great summertime beer. People love it, and we had asked if people had it before, and a couple of them said that they've probably drank more than their fair share. So it's definitely a good beer.
Is there a motto behind Sweetwater, like, that makes people keep coming back? Curtis,
you
guys have like a special thing that makes people.
Man, I mean,
oh my God, I have to have more
we have we have what we like to call lip smacking ales is how we describe our beers. So we do have a motto: don't float the mainstream. We like to think that our beers are different from the other breweries out there, and definitely from some of the larger breweries out there, just producing the same old stuff. But yeah, I think we do have a pretty loyal following, especially in the southeast. We get calls on a regular basis from wholesalers and distributors all across the United States saying, "Hey, when are you bringing Sweetwater beer here?" So
here's what I'm going to say, and Mike knows this because I've talked about it a lot. I recently did a brew tour up in the Pacific Northwest, and of course and I'm in California, and was introduced, or I should be more specific, Southern California, and was introduced to a bunch of new beers that really are only in that pocket up there. And I think one of the things that I found so interesting about all these beers that I've recently been introduced to, and you included, though I've not tasted Sweetwater that I wanted, is that there's like I don't quite know how to describe it. It's like the cooler you are, the cooler you can name your beer and your whole motto, like lip smacking. You don't really find, a Band-Aid company that's got some cool motto, or a cool, thing about it. Why do you think people want to have fun with beer?
beer is just a fun liquid. People enjoy drinking it. People enjoy making it. I am lucky enough to sell it, and I enjoy selling it. So that's kind of our motto and our philosophy as a brewery, is to first, make good beer, but also have fun while you're doing it. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing anything? So I think that's why people.
Don't I know? So, Mike, what Sweetwaters are going to be at the tasting tonight?
That's a good question. We're going to do the Sweetwater. Let me pull it in front of the camera. The Water Keeper. And then we'll also do your personal favorite. You love the title. The Motorboat.
I love the Motorboat. Come on, who named
It's
Motorboat?
a face full of pleasure.
We'll do the IPA, which is the IPA is won a few awards, I believe. Is that right, Curtis?
It has.
Really
Yeah, we've actually done a national taste test competing against other national brands, Sierra Nevada's Torpedo IPA, several others, and actually came out on top. So very proud of our IPA.
Absolutely. And the Sweet 420. And then we'll also probably do a bonus beer tonight. We'll probably throw in the blue as well. That's a great thing about our beer tastings is, yeah.
I
Well,
wish I was there to taste that blue. I love when you get a hint of something underneath of
yeah. Well, and it's up to us to kind of set the tone. So if we're having a good time, we might do as many as 6, 7 beers. There have been actually a few tastings that have gotten a little bit out of control. Oktoberfest, I think we sampled out 11. So,
Oh wow.
you know, it's, you know, we kind of freestyle a little bit. So we're definitely gonna hit a pretty wide range of Sweetwater tonight, and we might even put a few browns in the cooler and try those too.
Curtis, I'm curious, what is the one thing that most of the population doesn't know about Sweetwater Brew?
Well, obviously everyone knows we brew beer. We're a brewery, that's first and foremost. But I think probably our focus, our dedication to environmental conservancy, especially when it comes to waters here in the Southeast, I would think, I know for sure, but most people might not know this, the number one ingredient in beer is water. So you got to have clean water. You got to have good water in order to make good beer. They just go hand in hand. So we've teamed up for the past several years, actually, with the local water keepers in North Carolina, in Tennessee, in Georgia, even all the way down Alabama and Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, to help raise money for these river keepers and water keepers so that we can keep these waterways clean. The bottle that Mike showed just a second ago, the Waterkeeper Ale here, is actually, we brewed this beer this year for the first time to actually coincide and go along with our Save the River program in each one of the respective markets. So a proceed from each sale of each case of these beers goes to help. We also do a lot of stuff with paper fish in bars in some of these markets just to help raise money. It's a great campaign, and we look forward to continuing it every year. So,
You know, there's nothing wrong with being good to the planet and good for your taste buds. You know, I think that it's okay, in fact, even commendable that you guys are doing both. So, hats off to you guys for that. Anybody
Thank you very
who
much.
is interested in finding out, you're welcome, more info on the tastings that are always going on at the market in Maryville. Of course, you can hit Mike's website, themarketinmaryville.com. If you're interested in Sweetwater Brew, I feel like I'm always saying, you know, sweet tea. If you're interested in learning about all the various brews that Curtis is making, you can, of course, hit their website at sweetwaterbrew.com. I'm Tracy Metro here on the market. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
cheers.
Thank you, Tracy. Thanks, Curtis.